All right, everybody, welcome to the call today. This is Scott Pierce at Listings to Leads, and we're going to cover database marketing, database mastery, along with pending and sold marketing. So we're going to cover kind of two different things today at listingstoleads.com. Pending and sold listings are the best quality set of leads that you're going to get, and it's a super easy way to do the same exact thing, even if you don't have a pending or sold listing. So we're going to cover a few different things today that will help definitely grow your business and get some listings coming in. So go to listingstoleads.com, log in, and when you first log in, you're going to land on the dashboard here. And if you haven't seen it yet, you're going to see we got the new suggested ads that will display right here. And so what we do is, depending on, do you have listings? What status are those listings? And if you don't, between the different landing pages and the PDF guides that are working really well, what are some of the ads that we think you should be running? And so we'll drop those right here for you. And before we get started in the webinar, I'll show you. You can just pick an ad so I can see I got investors, pennies on the dollar. That's a great one if you got areas where investors target. New construction, that's another great one for buyer leads. This is one of my pending listings. And so for any of them, you just click create ad, and it's going to drop you right into the ads work area. And it's really as quick as just confirm the location. So we're always going to drop the location of the listing. Automatically, we got the special housing ad category. We do a lifetime budget of $50. All of this is editable. Start and end date of 1 week. I can change the template, change the image or video. So we got about 20 different templates here. So I can click change template, and you can see all the different templates we've got. Alternatively, you can upload a template from Canva. You can upload a video. So there's a lot of great things here that you can do. And I can even retarget. So we talk about retargeting for seller ads. If you have a custom audience, if you don't worry about it, but if you do, it's awesome. Click create ad, and I'm literally done with an ad that's going to generate seller leads. This is a pending listing. Last week, pending listings averaged seller leads at $5 and I believe 35 cents a lead. That's name, email, phone number, and selling time frame. So the ad's going to get sent to Facebook and Instagram. If you are not signed up for AI text follow-up, that's a really awesome add-on. You can see here, you can click for more information, see the different conversations here, but that's a great application. What happens is for every lead that comes in that has a good phone number, it'll get sent to the AI text follow-up and they're going to engage and try to qualify that lead and then send you all the information and when to call them to talk more about buying or selling real estate. So really awesome, easy, super way to launch ads right from the dashboard. Now, we are going to go off and go to the marketing calendar. And again, every single week, right? Every day of the week, we've got a different funnel that we suggest. So you can follow along with what we're doing here. You can do it on your own. You can do whatever you want to do. But every item here, for the most part, has a application for social media. It's got different tools for your database, and it's got different tools for your GeoFarm / circle prospecting. So today we're going to talk about two different things together. We're going to talk about marketing a sold and pending listing first, and then we're going to walk through the different tools for your database that I would recommend getting out the door this week. Because for your database, it's a combination of both emails and calls. So we're going to be emailing some different things to our database, whether it's a buyer leads, seller leads, or all leads. And then we've got call scripts that you're going to be able to call in to some of those leads with a really good did you get phone call that's going to help open up conversations. So first, let's talk about sold and pending listings. These, every one of you on this call can do it today. I'm going to walk you through what to do even when you don't have a sold or pending listing. If you are a selling agent, so your buyer is either in contract, you could market that as pending, and or you're the selling agent on a listing that your buyer bought that's now sold. And Oh, are you guys able to? Oh no, you can't hear me? I don't know why nobody would be able to hear me. It looks like no one can hear me. I got the microphone. Can you guys hear me now or no? Can you guys hear me or no? Hold on. I don't know why no one can hear me. That is so weird. Man. So, guys, can you hear me now or no? Can y'all hear me now? Jeez Louise, that was ridiculous. I think you can hear me now. Okay. Yeah. GoToWebinar just changed their entire dashboard. So I totally apologize for that. My bad. Need to make sure that this is better before we get started. Sorry. Now you can hear me. I apologize. So, what I was getting into, I was talking about pending and sold listings and database marketing. And I was showing earlier, God, what was I showing earlier? I think we were just talking about, I was showing that on the dashboard, right? So I was showing you that when you log into the system, you're going to land on the dashboard. And so let's let this populate here. And so the 4 ads we're going to show are just going to be depending on, do you have any listings? What are the status of those listings? What ads are working really well in the system between the landing pages, the PDF guides, and so on. And so what we're going to do is show you the 4 best performing ads based on all of that stuff. And so as I showed you already, you literally just click the green button for the ad that you want to run. It's going to drop you off right in the work area. It will pre-fill the location of the listing. You can edit that if you want to. All of this is editable. So I can edit the text, edit the image. Last week for pending listings, the average cost per lead was $5.35. Name, email, phone number, and selling time frame. You tell me where you're going to generate seller leads with name, email, phone number, and selling time frame for 5 something a lead. I will love to hear it. So, pending listings, and this is good for in contract, under deposit. So, any of those statuses. And the best part, even if you don't have a listing, you can do what I did here. And I'll walk you through this. Another home in Folsom, California is now pending. Notice I'm not even using an image of a particular listing. I'm just using a listing or image of the area. So even if you don't have a pending or sold listing, I'm going to walk you through how to use this to generate very high quality seller leads at a great cost per lead. And again, all this is editable. You can click change template. We got 20 different templates that you can select from. You can upload templates from Canva. You can upload your own custom image right here. You can even use video. So if you're really into doing video and you want to do a video ad, you can upload a video and use a video instead of an image. So a lot of great, really cool things that you can do here. But and you can even use a custom audience to retarget. And as I was showing that in the initial example. So pending and sold marketing is some of the best marketing that you can do to generate seller leads. And I'm going to walk you through how to do this in social media. I'm going to walk you through for your database, and then we're going to talk about your GeoFarm as well. In fact, let me show you here this ad. And yeah, pending. So this ad in particular, $5.56 a lead. So $5.56 a lead for this pending listing. And this is a sold listing. This ad, $6.25 for a sold listing. And again, you don't even have to have a pending or sold listing for this strategy to work to generate some really good seller leads. Now, we're going to come back to that in a minute. Let me go to the marketing calendar because again, every single day of the week, we got a different marketing funnel that we recommend. And as always, we recommend marketing a listing, all right, because that is the best way to pull in buyer leads. You're going to generate seller leads. You're going to promote your brand. You're going to become a better listing agent. So every week we do a listing, and then we also do a sold pending. So I'm going to click on this, bring up the little pop-up, and if you've got any sold or pending listings, they will be here. we got a step-by-step guide, and we've got a checklist. So I've already clicked download to download the checklist. Here's what it looks like. And so we're going to see here, social media, free and paid, your database, and farm and circle prospecting. So let's just go through this briefly, because I want to make sure every single one of you does this week, because if this is one of just a couple of different things that if you do this every single week, you are going to be pulling in the leads that you need to grow your business and start getting a couple of different transactions from every listing that you market. If you do this right here every single week, within a month or two, you are going to see a major lift to your business. So let's go back into listings to leads. Let's go to the marketing calendar. So if you do not have a pending or sold listing, just hold up a minute and we'll get back to that. But I'm just going to select my sold listing. I'm going to click market. It'll drop me into the overview. Oh, I guess actually it'll put me into the ads. And so this will be a paid ad. So again, name, email, phone number, and selling time frame with every lead. So if it's your listing, and again, you could be the selling agent, you could be the listing agent. It could be, you could be doing another home just sold. So again, using more of a general idea. So we got location. I can edit the text if I want to. So for example, like I said, just sold with more offers above asking in 23 days with our 100 plus. So on the sold and pending, it's not a bad idea to edit that just a little bit. So you can see here now, instead of just the default, if you've got something good to say like this, and this could be done with the pending as well. So notice I've got 1015 Raleigh Street, Folsom, California has just sold. So that's the default, with multiple offers above asking in 23 days with our 100-point home marketing plan. And again, I can edit the template. I can change the image, add a video. And again, I can retarget. So again, if you got custom audiences, so if you got a program like My Plus Leads or RedX, maybe even a title company, you can use your database, can be a custom audience. If you have any questions on that, let our support team know or let me know in the questions. And then, so that's going to send that off to Facebook and Instagram or to Meta for review. That should be live, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes typically. And again, as I mentioned earlier, we can send leads to any CRM. So if you're using Lofty, Sierra, whatever it is that you're using, in your profile, you can connect that to go to that CRM, or you can use Listings to Leads follow-up. You'll see we got follow-up in the left-hand side, email follow-up. So that's free and super easy to connect. Or, as I mentioned before, you can sign up for our AI text follow-up right here. So that's the ad. Next up, we got a social media post. So that'll be a standard post that will go to Google, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, X. And again, this is completely customizable. People will, in fact, let's just take a look at one. So similar to the ad, people click. Now in the ad, they give up their name, email, phone number, and selling time frame. With the post, they just go right to the single property website. And let me take this opportunity to show you. I take my single property website. When my listing goes pending, and in fact, I will send you all this link. When my listing goes pending or sold, I change the property description to reflect the fact that more homeowners are going to see my advertising. So again, when a listing goes pending, all the marketing starts flipping over to seller lead capture. So that's going to be put in front of homeowners more than home buyers. And so because of that, I just go in and I just copy and paste my sold or pending description into my listing. Does that make sense for everybody? So let me do this. Let me take this URL and let me get rid of all of this at the end of it. And I'm going to drop this into the GoToWebinar control panel for you and take a look at that. I'm going to just drop this in here. Send. Hopefully everybody got that. Patricia? Yeah. So Patricia, don't worry about that so much. The ads have to be within 15 miles, and every home sold will affect the home values around it. So yeah, don't read too much into that. I'm sorry, we're back in here. Now, if it's your listing, you can actually request a review. So notice we've got the client review websites. So you're going to notice this in your account, and it's going to go right to your client review website. In fact, let me show you. So that's my seller's email address. I can put my seller's email address in there. I'm going to send it as a test email, and I'll show you what that looks like. So let me pop up my other browser. Let me go grab my email, and I will bring that up for you. Here we go. So this is the email that you can send to your seller. What an awesome email. And then when they click this link right here, it's going to open up to your client review website. Let me just pull that over from my other monitor right here. So people can leave you a review. How awesome is this? And then when they do, let me just show you. Over here on the left-hand side where it says client reviews, it'll drop right here. Now you can pull in your client reviews automatically from Zillow, from Testimonial Tree, from Google. So Google, Zillow, and Testimonial Tree automatically pull in your client reviews. So you can see here, right, Testimonial Tree, Google, Zillow, and then you get an awesome client review website that you can customize. So look at that domain, scottpearce.amazing.com. And I got a video up on top. I got all my client reviews down here. I got my 100-point home marketing plan. So if you don't have a review type of service, use the one with listings to leads and make sure you've got your sold listings in listings to leads. And then you'll see that tab right there, request for review. Just drop in your seller's email address if it's not there already, and then get that email off to them and get those great reviews in list. Because what we do with those reviews, as you saw in the property website here, we put those client reviews in everything. So when I scroll down my single property website, my virtual tour, we link to these off of the e-flyers and everything else as well. So right here, all my reviews right there in my single property website. And then they can link here automatically to all of them at the website that I just showed you. So take advantage of the request for review if you've got it. Next up is share on the seller social media. Make sure that you do this. Make sure that you give your seller this post, and all you got to do is click send to seller, drop in the seller's email address and salutation, click send, and this right here will get you listings. It'll get you buyers and again, if you're the selling agent, you can still do this. And what we do is we change that language around so that it represents the fact that you represented the buyer and not the seller. So even if you're the selling agent, add that listing to listings to leads, get this done, and you're going to generate more buyers and more listings. Because when this is on the seller's page, all their friends are going to see it. They're going to click it. They're going to start commenting on it. They're going to go to the single property website, right? They're going to start looking around. And with all the great engagement that we've got between that new property description, targeting homeowners, right? You can see here, I have a video about the home selling process. I got my 100-point home marketing plan. So we're going to be able to generate a lot of great seller and buyer leads by getting this to the seller. So again, just click the green button, drop in the seller's name and email, and do the same for the e-flyer. So get this e-flyer to the seller as well, because then they can share it with all of their friends, either at pending or sold. Awesome, awesome. Email. We got the nearby homeowner letter. This letter, 13 listings for one of our clients in one farm area last year. 13 listings, one farm. He sends out about 100 for just listed and then 100 at just sold. And this letter right here, you can print and mail it right from listings to leads, or you can download it. And let's download it and take a quick look at it. So we'll talk more about this letter tomorrow, but this letter can be used either as on its own. And so this letter is representing the fact that this property just sold. It's got the URL, got a QR code, got the text code, letting them know about previous sales, and they can go get their home value right there. If they scan that QR code, obviously the default lead capture is also seller for the home value. So this letter, you get this letter to 100 homes around your listing, or where you represented the buyer, so you're the selling agent, you're going to do well. Now you can use this letter on its own, or you can use it with circle prospecting. So it really depends on how you want to use that letter. Again, you can mail it. You could upload a list. So you can get a list, for example, from My Plus Leads or Redx, and you can mail it to 100 homes and then call those same 100 homes after you mail it, or you can just mail it without calling. Either way. We've also got postcards and door hangers. So we got great postcards, and these postcards work as well. So the postcards, the door hangers, they've all got the QR codes. They've all got the domain. They got the text code right there as well, as you can see. And then on the back of the postcard, we got more seller lead capture. So between the direct mail and the circle prospecting script, these are some of the best ways to generate seller leads from your pending or just sold listing. So let me bring up, give me 1 second, I'm gonna bring up the GoToWebinar. And did we lose the audio again, or are we good still? Let me see here. We're good. Okay. I just saw someone said hello and I wasn't sure if we're so good. Next up is the eFlyer. So this is for your database. And again, even if you don't have a listing, you're going to do this. So 1015 Riley Street in Folsom just sold. So this is now for your database. So we're going to send this email to our database, and we got a call script for our database as well. So anytime we send an email to our database, when I say database, for example, this is something I would send to my seller leads. So I'll show you how to send it out of your CRM as well. But to send it through listings to leads, the eFlyer for your database, I can send it to all of my leads for the listing. I can send it to all of my seller leads like that. So I can select all my seller leads here. I could select all my leads, but this is really more of a seller lead type of thing. And then just click send. Now, I can also take this email, and let me just mention, this email is designed to generate seller leads out of your database as well. So again, letting the people know that nearby home sales affect their home's value. We got a beautiful little slideshow of that listing, right? Looks absolutely awesome. And so if you want to send it out of your CRM, click copy code. And I'll just show you using LionDesk real quick. Easy. Once you see how to do it, you'll see it's ridiculously easy to do. It takes probably longer to navigate to it than it does to actually do it. Well, filters, there we go. So once you're in your CRM, in LionDesk, you do bulk, actions, email. And again, you can pick a list. Maybe you want to pick your seller leads in this case. So I'm just going to click this button here called source. I'm just going to drop that code in there. Hit OK. And now we've got the email right in our own CRM. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Got our listings to lead signature at the bottom. All I got to do is give myself a subject line. I'll say just sold in Folsom. I might even say above, if that's true. Got the email. And then click send or schedule and get that out to your database. Now, here's the thing though. Send it to your database and then click database call script and call some of your database. I was just talking to a client yesterday and he was telling me about how he has a really hard time calling his past leads because he doesn't know what to say to them. And I just told him, I was like, listen, all you got to do is stay in contact. So send the email first and then use the database call script. Use the database call script to call the lead. So it's so easy So you just call and say, hey, Rod, Scott Pierce here at Listings to Leads. I want to let you know that 1015 O'Reilly Street in Folsom just sold. I sent an email to you with a link to the single property website for all the photos and details. And I'm just reading right here. I just want to make sure you got that. Or you could text 37349 to get that sent to you. See how that works, everybody? Now, notice there's a couple of different ways. Now, if they own a home that's near the listing, that's one version. If they own a home that's not near the listing, there's another version to end it with. So call these leads up. When you send the email first, it makes it a lot easier to call them because now you're doing a did you get phone call. It's related to something happening in the area, or at least in the town. And it gives you a reason to then continue that conversation into something else, like offering them a home value, offering them a CMA or an equity update. But if you were to just call and just launch right at that last part, you're not really setting it up for a better conversation. So send an email. It's quick and easy. And then start looking at which leads are at the top of your list. So whether it's your hot leads or some mid-funnel leads, what have you, but call, and at least you want them to hear your voice. You want them to hear something related to real estate, and then you want them to hear something of value to them. So again, it's send the email, call with the did you get phone call, and then offer. Right down here is the offer. Again, if they own a home in the farm area, you can let them know that you're going to prepare an updated home value estimate for their home, confirm their email address as being the best one to send it to. And if they're not in the farm area, here we're talking about doing a CMA for them. And you could offer an equity update, like I said. So there's a lot of different ways you could take this, but the key is opening up that conversation. Anybody have any questions on that part of it? Can I use list? Yes, definitely, Patricia, for sure. I didn't see the materials or link you sent. Larry, we'll get back to that a little bit later, so I'll make sure that we get that before the end of the call. So yes, Patricia, you can use any custom audience you've got with the ads and listings to leads. Next up, for that pending and sold listing marketing that we're still doing here, short form video script. And again, I was talking to a different client yesterday, and he was talking about that he used to do video and he just couldn't really get into it. And I was sharing with him that I was talking to a client a while back, and he started just using our scripts every single day. Remember that marketing calendar that we looked at a little bit earlier? Almost every single day of the week, there is a short form video script for you. For the pending or sold listings, it goes something along the lines of, hey, everybody in Folsom, just want to let you know that 1015 O'Reilly Street in Folsom just sold. And you can see the script is over here on the right. You can get all the photos, price, and details by texting 37349 to 25678. And this was a great property that we sold with our 100% home marketing plan in 23 days above asking. We had 50 groups through, over 50,000 views on social media and our database and our farm. And so right here, right, talk a little bit about a humble brag and how we got that property sold. And then it just ends with, now that this home is sold, you're going to want to know what your new home value estimate is going to be. Just either DM, comment below, or go to california.freehomevalues.net to get your updated home value now. So it's the idea of leveraging that pending or sold listing in your short form videos. Now, I could go and stand in front of the listing. I could green screen it on TikTok. So there's a lot of ways of doing the video, but the point is you want to get the video done. So I'm going to recommend to all of you today, at least record the video, even if you're not going to publish it, because the more you record these videos, the more comfortable you're going to get in actually publishing them. So use our scripts. I've got clients getting thousands of views now after using these for a few months and building up that audience, building up their confidence, and building up the discipline to just get this done. So again, every funnel on that marketing calendar has a short form video script. Now, a couple things I'm going to end this with for pending and sold. If your listing is pending, make sure you get the pending sign writer on that yard sign. That is one of the best opportunities. That's the open house sign up form. We don't need that. I wanted to show you the listing flyer because the listing flyers should be on that pending yard sign. And then we got the sign writers. And I'm telling you, pending is one of my favorite statuses. So when you've got a pending listing, make sure you've got that pending sign writer on there because that's going to help you generate a lot more listings. So let's go back to the marketing calendar. In fact, I need to show you something. What to do when you don't have a pending and sold listing. Let me show you that first, and then we'll go back to the marketing calendar. So it is super easy. Let me show you my listing first, and then I'll show you how to create it. And you can literally do it in about a minute. So you see this right here, it says another home in Folsom, California. And then you can see the status here is pending. And then there's another one here, another home on Douglas Boulevard, Granite Bay, California, and that's sold. If I click on edit, the only thing that's different here, is instead of using 786 Maple Drive, I just use another home in. All right, and that'll make sense here in a few minutes. But if you do not have a pending or sold listing, you can use the another home in to create a general pending or a general sold listing. Does that make sense for everybody? This is key, and I really want you to understand this because marketing pending or sold listings, whether they're specific to a property or general like this, are literally some of the best quality seller leads that you're going to generate, and especially for the money. Again, pending leads are coming in at $5 and something cents. Sold leads are coming in at 6 something per lead. That's absolutely crazy good. And the only difference is, again, for the street address, instead of using 786 Duncan Street, another home in. And the only other difference is going to be you're using a photo of the area, almost similar to a home value landing page. So let me show you how to create this, and you'll see how easy this is to create that general sold or pending when you don't have one. So I'm gonna go to add listing, manual, status, right? Select the status that you want. And just so you know, right? So again, if you were the selling agent, you could come in here and go just sold selling agent or select any of these statuses here. So I'll just say pending, another home pending in Folsom, listing address, right? Another home in. That's you don't worry about price or any of this stuff here. Now for the property description, I will add later, right, that general one that I use for all my pending and sold listings about the 100-point home marketing plan. I'll show that to you again in a minute. But under save and add photos, just go get a photo of the area, right? It could be almost it could even be like a Google Maps drone kind of view of the neighborhood of the area. It could be a photo of what you'll see me using. So it could be a photo of just down the street of a few homes. So give me a second here, let this come up. And then once we have the photo, that's pretty much it. Then we're ready to start marketing it. And let's see here if this is going to come up. Any questions on this while we're waiting for that to come up? I don't know why that's taking a little bit here, but any questions on this? Marketing a pending or sold listing every single week will change your business. And wow, what's going on here? Let me try that again. Let's try it one more time. Pending, another home in 95630. Save and add photos. Let's see, there's something wrong with the photos here. Any questions? Let me get a few questions here on this strat. There's quite a few people on the call today. After this call, will you be able to do this? Again, if you're looking for listings, if you've got a pending or sold listing, great, right? Use your pending or sold listing. If you don't have a pending or sold listing, then use the strategy that I'm trying to show you here. I'm not sure if there's something wrong with adding photos, but let's see here if it's going to flip or not. If not, we'll just skip that part and I'll just go to the next. Let's give it a second here. In status, I didn't see least. Yeah, there's a least status. I don't focus on least or least too much. I try to stay focused on for sale, sold, pending, things like that. But yeah, no, we definitely have least, and lease. So we definitely got both. All right, I don't know why this is not going to load for the photos. Well, I'll come back to that a little bit later. I'll check into that. But all you got to do is you add the photo and you can skip the seller stuff, right? You can skip because there's a part where you can send it to the seller. So you can skip that. You don't need to worry about that part of it. But then I will show you what it will look like, because it's going to look like, oh, right there. Well, I'm not even going to worry about it. It'll drop into your account looking like this: another home in Folsom, California. Because remember, we did another home in as the street number. So, right, 333 Main Court, that's the street address, Rockland, California, city, state. So here, another home in Folsom, California. And so check this out. When we go to do the marketing, it's going to read absolutely perfectly: another home in Folsom, California is now pending and expected to close soon. You see how that works? So literally within a minute or two, I can have this set up and ready to go, so that every single, and you could leave this and you could just change that image once in a while if you wanted to, but this could sit in your account so that every week when you don't have a pending or sold listing to market that week, you can pull out this version, because you got the ad, you've got the post. And now what I would do is I would make sure to change that image every week so that you're not using the same image. I would do that. And then I would also do the e-flyer every week, right? And I might rotate that between pending and sold. So I might do one I might add another one that's sold, right? So that way I got a pending version and then a sold version, because that way then I got something for social media every week. I got something for my database every week. I got a short form video script for every day of the week. Because here's the deal: you don't want to lose that marketing message. Every single week, I want to make sure that I've got something going out to my social media and to my database related to the fact that listings are either going into contract or that listings are selling. Why? Because I want to make sure that my database is thinking about me. I want to make sure that my social media audience is thinking about me when they think about properties going into contract or selling. Right? When a homeowner is thinking about their property getting sold, if they keep hearing from me on a regular basis about listings going into contract and listings selling, even if they're not my listings, I'm going to get credit for that, and I'm going to be involved in that conversation. So we want to make sure that we're doing this every single week. Now, I'm going to show you a couple of things on Instagram for stories. I'm going to show you some examples. So if I go back to the marketing calendar, and I'm going to go to the guide for pending, and I'm going to show you some really good examples on Instagram. So we got the write-up here, and I'll give you all this link. This will be some really good examples for both pending and sold. I'm going to walk you through a couple of them. So notice this is for a pending listing on Instagram stories, and you can do the same idea on TikTok as well. And notice I've got a poll. This Folsom home went pending in 34 days. And then I want to sell this home. I want to sell my home faster. I want the most money for my home, or both. Here is another property that just sold in Folsom. Now, what's really awesome here is I'm leveraging the PDF guides in Listings to Leads. So see here, it says thinking about selling your home and want to download Secrets to Selling Your Home Fast guide. And we got some different poll options here. And so the idea here is that as people answer these options, you're going to be notified, of course. You'll get the notification in TikTok, in Instagram, and you'll be able to engage with them. Here's another one on Instagram. This is a just sold, where it says thinking about selling your home, get your current home value estimate now for free. And notice right in the Instagram story, that link is clickable and it goes to my home value landing page. So right from my Instagram story, I'm able to offer PDF guides. I'm able to offer home values, my 100% home marketing plan, another home. So again, this is my general sold. So I didn't have a sold listing this week. So I did the general, another home sold in Granite Bay. And this time I'm combining that with my 100% home marketing plan. You see how that works? And then I got a poll on top of it. My home would sell for more than this house. Yes, 100%. Yes, with a few small repairs. Maybe not. Yes, if it was remodeled. Here is another pending and sold. This one links to the single property website. And I've got a poll for the ultimate guide to selling your home. So check this out. Right from Instagram stories, goes right to my single property website for my listing. Did you guys know you could do this? How many people here knew that you could do this? Or has anybody here done something like this? Here's another one for, again, another home pending in Folsom. So I didn't have a pending listing. Doesn't mean I still can't market that message. See, that's the thing. Just because you don't have a pending or sold listing doesn't mean you can't carry that message forward. So again, here, another home pending in Folsom. Your free home value estimate is here. Oh, cool. People can click right from the story. They're at your What's Your Home Worth landing page. Let's take a look at the next couple here. Free guide to home seller negotiation secrets for my just sold listing. So again, people click and they go to my Listings to Leads landing page where they can download my guide. And then the last one here, again, another home sold in Granite Bay. Get the 100% home marketing plan. Visit link. And right here, they can download my 100% home marketing plan. Absolutely awesome stuff right there. So let me give everybody this link. Let me refresh this. Here we go. So look at this link later and take some ideas from me. And let's see here. I want to drop this link. So let me know if everybody got that link for Instagram. You should see it in the question box. So there's a section for questions, and I just dropped that link in there for Instagram. So take a look at that. Right now, earlier we talked about doing short form videos. So you can do the short form video, or use our short form video script. That would be a great reel. That could also be a great story if you wanted to, but then use the images from Listings to Leads in your Instagram stories and combine them with the idea of offering a PDF guide, offering a home value, offering your 100% home marketing plan. In fact, let me give you this link. Let me see. Let me get it, because if you don't know how to do a story, yeah, let's go to YouTube and let me give you the link. In fact, I got it over here. Give me a second. I'm just on my other monitor. I'm going to pull over the video for you. So let me just go to, trying to go to my, go. Right now it's slow that down. Here we go. Story, Stories. And I'm going to drop that link in here as well. So you'll see, I just dropped a link to Instagram, to the YouTube channel, where we got a couple of videos walking through how to do that story. So here I went to Listings to Leads YouTube channel. So youtube.com/listings to leads. And there's a little search bar, a little search function. I just typed in stories. And then you'll see here, free seller leads with Instagram stories, repeat multiple times a week. Instagram stories for real estate with polls and highlights. And I believe in these, I also show TikTok as well. So this is a fabulous way to generate leads using the sold and pending listing strategy, even when you don't have a sold or pending listing. So get good with that, because that is going to rock your world. That is going to bring in more seller leads from social media, from your database as well. Now, to wrap this up, the PDF guide for buyer, and we got investors pennies on the dollar. These are also fabulous to send to your database this week. So I would, for the PDF guide for buyer, just click on it, go to marketing tools. You're going to see we got an e-flyer for your database right here. So this e-flyer here would be phenomenal to send to your buyer leads, because we want to add value, right? And that's one of the things that makes Listings to Leads so powerful, is with all the 80 different PDF guides, over 80, right? Half for 40 some for the buyers, 40 some for the sellers. So we've always got something of value to add to our buyers and sellers. So again, send this out to your database whenever it's appropriate. So look at your schedule. Again, we got the copy code button, so I can copy that code, take it to my CRM, drop it in there, and either send it or schedule it. I got a database call script. Obviously, this will go to your buyer leads, down payment assistance. And then we got the call script. So use the script to call 5 or 10 buyer leads. Again, it's about providing value. So the email is going to go out to all of my buyer leads, and then I'm going to call 5 or 10 of them. So I'm just going to pick 5 or 10 of my buyer leads. I'm going to do the did you get phone call. The did you get phone call is going to lead. Now, check this out. We got talking about your lender, partner, if you've got one, talking about your VIP coming soon. We just laid a PDF guide on them. So we're offering so much value here. So again, leverage the marketing calendar. Send this out for the PDF guide for your buyer leads. Send it out on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, we've got investors pennies on the dollar. And again, this is another great one. This is such a good one. One of our clients, she generated a seller lead from a just sold ad. So just like I showed you, right? We're just walking this through, right? She used a just sold listing, generated a seller lead, and that homeowner had been talking to an investor, and the investor was offering her half of the money, right, that the home was worth, which is not out of the ordinary. That's what investors do. But our client, the agent, was able to get that homeowner double the money the investor was offering. Can you imagine that? I mean, how good do you think that homeowner felt? And then the agent who listed and sold the property, also the homeowner bought another listing in the same area. She was downsizing, wanted to stay in the area, but was downsizing. And so how amazing is that? So we walked through this yesterday a little bit in the social media call, and it's a little bit of I apologize for this. The email for this is under follow-ups. So if I go to follow-up, so yeah, this is a little bit different. We're going to be adding it into the landing page a little bit later. But if you go to follow-up, and you can just scroll down, or you can type in investors. Oh, let's try it. Let's try pennies. Well, I guess we'll just scroll down. Oh, I'm sorry, under email blast. So go click on email blast, and then you're going to see right here, our investors offering you or a loved one pennies on the dollar for your home. So the email is going to be right here that you can send it to your database, copy it, send it out of your CRM, and then call through with the did you get phone call. So again, all that's right on the marketing calendar. Every week we got different tools for buyers and sellers. Every week we're going to market a different listing, a different sold pending. We want to make sure those conversations are happening between us and our database, us and our social media farm. So we're good to go. Anything else? Oh yeah, Patricia, yeah, let me find out about that. Yeah, let me find out about that. Thank you for bringing that up. I appreciate that. Any questions on anything that we've covered? Follow our marketing calendar. Every day on the marketing calendar, we've got the step-by-step guide. And in the guide, there's tools for social media, there's tools for your database, and there's tools for your farm circle prospecting, right? We got the checklist, so always make sure to click download that checklist. And there you'll see the breakout all right, for all of these tools. So again, social media, you got your database, and you got your farm and circle prospecting. So you are never going to run out of content to engage all of your audiences across all platforms. So if there's no more questions or anything else, I will let you go. Let's see here. Is there a way to find a list of all the houses near my listing? Yeah, you would use a program like MyPlusLeads or RedX or Batch Leads. So for example, of like MyPlusLeads, and again, there's a lot of services like this. You can even ask your title company maybe. But here, for example, services and neighborhood data. So these are the types of services, again, that you use where I can come in here and then I can do a search, pick the property and do a search around it of likely to move and use different filters like that. And again, RedX, MyPlusLeads, Batch Leads. You might ask your title company as well. But the cool thing is when you get that audience, you can also upload that to in fact, let me show everybody here. In Listings to Leads, when you click ads, there's a few other places that you can do this, but under ads, there's a blue button, create audience, and you can let me just turn this ad off. You can click the create audience button, and you'll see here, there's a format, email, phone number, first name, last name. And the reason why I mention this is you can buy a list for mailing, and then you can also upload that as a custom audience. Yeah, Patricia, I'll look that up. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, let me find out what's going on with that. I appreciate that. All right, everybody, listen, if you don't have anything else from me, I will let you go. Thank you so much for joining us as always. And join us tomorrow. Let support know if you need any help. Get into the mastermind group. We'll talk to you soon.